Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Jay. Welcome back. Happy New Year. Happy 2024. Hope you guys are having a great year so far. I know I am. And this is the month that Tekken 8 will finally come out. Like the release date is just a few weeks away. So I'm really excited. There's a lot to be excited about. And I thought I'd make this video to, you know, to give my thoughts on who I think will be the season 1 DLC characters, like the four mystery slots we have so far. I've done a video in the past giving my thoughts on DLC, who I think the characters would be for the different seasons. And I would say generally I feel I have the general same, like generally I feel the same as far as the characters I picked overall, but I have since, changed my mind about a few things, and I want this to video to focus on specifically season 1 DLC and who I think will be the most realistic characters chosen for DLC in season 1. And this would be like without my biases as far as like, oh, I like this character, I think they're gonna be season 1. Like, no, this is gonna be a little bit more objective, and I'm gonna give my reasons why, and I want to give like realistic reasons. So that's what I want this to be about. Of course, I don't know for sure. It'll be interesting to see what ends up happening, but I do want to provide you guys with the four characters that I think are realistically going to be season 1 DLC. So yeah, so and let me just say first of all, if it was up to me, like if it was up to me, season 1 DLC would be Julia, Eddie, Lay, and Marduk. I would say Anna, but I like Marduk more than Anna. Those would be my thoughts if it was up to me. But if I'm speaking realistically, I don't think that all those characters would be season 1 DLC. So I'm going to go ahead and start right now and give my realistic thoughts on who will be DLC for Tekken 8 season 1. So first on my list that I've gotten, I think Anna Williams will be season 1 DLC for Tekken at some point. Reason being is that she's a very popular legacy character. I think of all the characters that are, I don't know for sure, but I know she's one of the characters that has a very loud fan base, like very loud. Not too long ago, I think a few weeks after Nina was released or revealed, Harada actually did a poll on Twitter, asking us to vote for Anna or Nina, and strangely enough, Anna already has won that poll, despite Harada already kind of determining who's going to be in the base roster. So I think for him to even bring a poll about that after Nina was revealed and try to see who we like more out of Anna and Nina, I think that's kind of telling. I think Anna has a pretty good chance, and she also, like some people also say, so in the New York, in the Times Square stage, there's like one of the signs on the stage says Crimson Cindrillin, and I guess that's a play on like Cinderella or something. But a lot of people have pointed out like, oh, crimson, that's Anna's color, and I guess, I don't know. I think it's a possibility. I can't say too much about that, but I think it could be a hint of Anna Williams coming back. I think that could be a hint, but I think a stronger point is just the fact that Harada has made that poll about her on Twitter, and she has a very loud, obnoxious fan base online, and she is legacy. She is, pretty iconic, and I think I think of all the females, I think she might have one of the greater chances. I think she has the greatest chance of all the females. Um, Another character that I think the next one I would say will be Bob. So, and this is purely based on the fact that in that same Times Square stage, there from the beginning there was always a sign. I think it was like a neon sign in the stage. It was some kind of sign that says Bob's Burgers. So I feel like it's so obvious that Bob is going to come back at some point, and for them to include that in the stage, and we know season 1 characters were already guaranteed and determined. I feel like it's kind of obvious that Bob will come back. I know that a lot that Harada and the team or whatever, it seemed like they really like Bob. Like that's a character that they personally like. He has somewhat, decent usage online, I believe, and yeah, that's the main reason why I think he's coming back, just because he's relatively popular. I don't think he's as demanded as some of the other characters, but of course, for a season 1 pass, you don't want to have all your favorite characters come back. You're going to want to have some legacy characters come back that are going to be delayed for later seasons to, keep up the hype as the years go by. So I think Bob has a good chance of being season 1 DLC just based on the fact that he's alluded to in the Times Square stage. The third character that I think is coming back, that I think has a really good chance, realistically, will be Marduk. And I say this because I remember a few months ago when the CNT came out, like some people has, kind of cracked the CNT and they were looking at a lot of data, doing a lot of data mining. And I remember it was revealed that the term Val Tudo or Valley Tudo, I don't know how you pronounce it, but his fighting style specifically was named within the data. And not only that, now somebody, and this is something that I saw online. I do remember that his fighting style was leaked, or that his fighting style was cracked and was like found within the files of the Tekken closed network tests. I do remember that specifically. Now, some people are saying that they saw that he has. I guess there was some also data saying that he had, interactions with King in Tekken 8. I guess that was also within the crack. Now, me personally, I don't remember the interactions. I do remember the fighting style being revealed, but I don't remember the interactions with King being something that was leaked or whatever. It could be the case, but I don't remember that specifically. But just based on the fact that Val Tudor was revealed, he's a pretty popular character. Not as popular as I think he should be. I think he is very underplayed. Like, just given that he is a pretty decent character and he's rivals with one of the best or one of the most popular characters in the game. I think he could. I would expect his fan base to be bigger, but he is still relatively popular for a Tekken character. And I think it's really weird that King so far doesn't have a rival. Like he doesn't have Armor King or Marduk in the game. So that's not. So it's like, well, who is King supposed to interact with? So yeah, I think Marduk is also realistically going to be revealed as season 1 DLC at some point. And the last character I'm going to say, now this decision is really hard to make. I'm going to go on. So originally I was going to say Lei Wulong. I was going to say Lei Wulong because I still to this day I strongly believe that he is referenced in Brian Fury's Tekken 8 in Brian Fury's Tekken 8 story on the website. Like, it talks about a cop, it talks about like an international police organization that Brian's fighting against or has encountered, and somebody was someone that appeared to know Brian asked him, "Are you Brian Fury?" And then so it's like, and we know back in Tekken 3, the story was that Brian and Lei, they used to work together like in the same police organization, but then Lei discovered that Brian was doing some trafficking of drugs or whatever, and then snitching on whatever. So these two characters have a history. So I know Lei also has a very loud fan base online. His fan base was so loud. People were requesting Lei, including myself. We were requesting Lei to be in Tekken 8 before we even got any Tekken 8 trailers. So Harada definitely knows that people want Lei. That Lei is in high demand. Now, even though I think good bit of people play Lei, I don't think Lei's usage is as low as people say. I think his usage is a lot higher than what people say. But nonetheless, he's very requested. However, and I think he has a good chance realistically. However, and I'm not trying to insert my own bias, but I just cannot. I'm going to just. So Lei was who I was going to say, but realistically, I have to say Eddie Gordo because I just personally, I just cannot see them releasing. I just cannot see them postponing Eddie for season 2. I cannot see that. I cannot see them holding back Eddie Gordo for so long because Eddie Gordo is like, it's like the most obvious character that's missing. Like, it's like, it's so unfair that he's not on the base roster. Like, everybody kind of knows it, and like, there's been a lot of hype about him, and so I just, what I'm saying. So even though I don't think there was anything or any hints or cracks about Eddie being in the game, I mean, it's so obvious that they're saving him for DLC at some point. He's the most obvious character missing from the base roster, and so I'm going to just say Eddie Gordo will, in my opinion, will also be one of the fourth and final realistic choice for season 1 DLC. Because like I said, I want to give it to Lei, but I cannot see them not having Eddie. It's just so obvious. So those are my thoughts. So I'm going to say them again. I think realistically for season 1, I think it will be Anna Williams, Bob Richards, Craig Marduk, and Eddie Gordo. Those are the 4 characters that I think have the most realistic chance of being in Tekken 8 DLC for season 1. Mainly because I feel like all of them, well, all but one of them have been alluded to within the game or within, it seems like we've been giving hints about them coming back or about, it seems like we've been giving hints. We've been given hints or foreshadowing of those characters. And the fourth one, Eddie, is just, he has to be in the game. I just cannot. He's too iconic to not be in the game. So, yeah. So those are my thoughts. Let me know if you guys agree. I think, in my own opinion, like that's what I would realistically think. If that were the case, I mean, I, I'm somewhat interested in trying to play Marduk and Eddie. I mean, of course, I really want Julia and Lei Wulong back, but I don't know. I'm not saying it's not possible, but I just don't know. I'm not feeling too good about them. I'm just not sure if they'll be season 1 DLC. I can't say Julia and Lei will be season 1 DLC confidently, just given that those other characters I mentioned. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, like the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.